So I played a lot of Repo a little while back, and I thought why not make something based on it. My idea for this was to make a Polly Pocket Mighty Max style toy, you know, the ones that close into a clamshell thing, but just slightly larger just to save my sanity. I went with Fimo Soft for this because it had the colors I wanted when I went shopping. Sure, I could have just used Sculpey, but I thought the grey would be boring for the entire video. This was a mistake looking back, and did not save my sanity. Fimo Soft is, in my opinion, way too soft. Go figure, it's in the name. It was pretty hard to keep the shape of the figures while sculpting, so don't expect a lot of colorful sculpts in the future. I've already ordered more Sculpey medium and firm. All grey. I found it was easier to scribe in extra details using some scriber tools. These are actually for Gundam kits, but polymer clay is kind of plastic, so it's probably fine.
I can hear the Gundam enthusiasts screaming in the void.
When painting the figures, I went rough on the paint job just to make them look worn and beaten, just like in the game. The set itself is based loosely on the level Swift Broom Academy, which is some kind of witch or wizard school, or both. The Repo bots, or semi-bots as they are actually called, are sent into these haunted or monster-infested locations to get valuables. It's a real fun team game that uses microphones and everything. Some monsters react to sound. The monster I decided to use for this playset diorama is the Robe, a monster that is probably based on the Grim Reaper, or as we lovingly call it, the Groke, No-Face, Death, the Nun, and my girlfriend. Well, the others say your girlfriend. The last one is specifically for me, since this creature seems to be specifically after me every time we play. It's weird. So everyone else I play with calls it your girlfriend when they spot it. I think we started to call it a herd with the Groke and Nun nicknames. It does this scream when it catches you. I don't know who screams louder, it or me. The Love Potion was my first choice for a valuable collectible from this stage. It's just very iconic, that and the hourglass. I made it by making a prototype with polymer clay, then made a mold using blue stuff, and built up layers with UV resin and curing them before adding a pre-baked polymer clay heart, painted with fluo magenta, in the middle, and then continuing layering on the UV resin. At first I was going to go the Mighty Max route and shape the box itself as the Robe's head or face, or maybe the head of one of the other monsters, but I needed more space to store the Robe figure in the lid, and in the end I decided to make it into a cauldron instead, which is a background item seen all over Swift Broom Academy. I didn't keep it accurate to the in-game version, but that was a creative liberty I decided to take. I spent way too long on the lid anyway, wasted a bit too much clay on the first versions. I need a support for the lid when it's open or the whole thing would fall over, so I made this bone sticking out of the cauldron that could work as a stand. I was first thinking of making a ladle or something, but there are skeletons all over the stages in Repo, so it seems fitting. The cart was made with Sculpey at first, then I decided to cut up some plastic card rods and plates and add more detail. The container on one side was also rounded off with this custom tool made from X-Acto blades. I also used electrical wire for, well, an electrical wire on the side of the cart. When painting the wall inside the lid, I accidentally used the wrong paint, and when I realized, I mixed up a more green tone and repainted it. I couldn't figure out the color of the banner. In some light it looked bluish grey, then it looked purple, and then it looked greenish, so I went with purple. I also washed the whole thing in Druchii Violet to give it another purple tint. I wanted to have some more dirt and grime and decided to use Garagak Sewer for this. It's a contrast paint and it works really well for this. It has a nice dirty brown color and you can streak it pretty easily. everything was done, I cut a metal rod to size and put it into a hinge for a lid and glued it in place. As always, thanks for watching, please like and subscribe, and all that other YouTube stuff. Also, if you caught the small pixel animation through the video, I put the whole thing in one go at the end here, so enjoy that.